This is Andy Porroll for Boxing Social in association with Betfred. I'm delighted to join by the Spider, Craig Richards. Craig, how you doing?
I'm good, thank you. I'm good. You alright?
I'm very well, thank you. It's good to hear you're doing well. Obviously, we're down here today for the weigh-in ahead of Saturday's show at York Hall. I know there's one bout in particular you'll be keeping a close eye on. Cody Davis versus Zach Chelli in an eliminator for that British title. Start off with that bout before we come on to yourself. What are your thoughts on it?
Do you know, to be honest, I don't really know a lot about the two. I've seen a bit of Zach, I think, when he fought Umar. But I remember I tuned on that fight, so that's all I've kind of really got to see of them. I ain't seen really a lot of them, so I can't really have a strong opinion. Looked at them today, I've seen there's a size difference in the two. I can't really take a lot from it. You just have to see Saturday night, really.
Another bout I know you'll be keeping a close eye on, Shakan Peters versus Dex Spellman for that English title. What are your thoughts on that one?
A good fight. I think they fought before in Ultimate. I was actually there for that thingy. I know Shaq pretty well. So it's a mental battle for Deck to come back from the loss, and when you got to fight someone who's beaten you. Shakan's a tall, rangy guy. Deck Spellman's quite big, strong. So it's a good clash of styles. It's an interesting fight.
Who do you think will win that one?
Oh, I don't have an opinion. I believe based on the last one that Shaq would, but I don't really want to I don't like writing off fighters, but just based on their previous fight.
Now moving on to yourself, some good news or bad news, don't know which way you want to take it recently. Josh Buatsi vacating that British title. You're obviously the mandatory for whoever you have to face when it's called. Well, firstly, what are your thoughts on Josh deciding to vacate?
Not a lot. He's obviously been offered something better. He's decided that he don't want to stick around at British level, and he's got his own career and aspirations. So he's shifted on now. The belt's there for me to now fight for. So when I get my dance partner, I'll be there going for the British. You know, I've paid my dues at domestic levels. I've had about five domestic duff-ups. Been in some good fights. So I'm well seasoned and ready for it. So it'll be another domestic clash that I've been here before. I probably think at the top light heavyweights, I think I've probably had the most domestic clashes. I think, yeah, I've had the most domestic clashes. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to now going to pick up the British, more experience for myself, finally, and then pushing on maybe or seeing what we got next after that. But first and foremost, I really want that British title.
You just mentioned you really want that British title. Out of the light heavies out there, I know this Zach Chelli versus Cody Davis back to an eliminator for it. What are your thoughts with regards to who do you think will eventually be called as your challenger for that vacant title?
To be honest, I don't have a clue. You know, I know there's a lot of bouts in this up and coming next few weeks of light heavyweights pushing on for the British. I know these two was originally super middleweights. They might choose to go back down. You don't know. So I've just got to sit and be patient. I've also got my WBA. I've also got to make a defence of that at some point. So yeah, there's options for me. I just listen to my team. I get in the gym and just graft hard, and whoever I got, I just got to prepare for that and go out and try and get the job done.
We see a lot of people when it comes to that British title, they're always asked, would they like to win it outright? Do you see yourself maybe defending it once and moving on, etc.? You've been in amongst the top light heavies in Britain for a while now. The opportunity just hasn't quite fallen for you to win that title yet. But if you was to be successful, you was to claim it, how do you see your career mapping out after that?
Well, to be fair, look at the fights I've had when I've boxed. Even early in the year, I boxed Jake Bull. He was ranked well above me, top light heavyweight, set for big things. Class is one of the big punchers, biggest light heavyweights. Good Olympic squad pedigree. I think he was in the GB squad. And that could have easily been for a British title. Most people have one big domestic clash, that's usually for the British. I had that. I previously beat a guy 12-0. I could have had that for the British title, and then I then moved on to my last guy I beat. He beat someone who's already boxed for the British title, and also beat the former English champion also. So he could have easily been for the British title. He was credible for it. I could have beat him for the British. So I think I boxed basically for the British title at that level a couple times now without the title. So it's just like now I kind of just want to actually make the official title on the line against another good guy, win the title, and then I could maybe push on to an international experience, maybe not, we don't know. See, depends on how I win it, and what my team think after that.
Now we're down here at the Peacock Gym today, the home of where Anthony Yarde trains. Just want to get your thoughts on his defeat to Sergey Kovalev. I know it was a month or so, well, not even a month, a few weeks ago now, but what are your thoughts on it?
He put up a good performance, you know, he stepped up. stepped up and put a good performance on. He ticked a lot of boxes what people might have questioned, and he showed that he has it. I think he boxed, he performed well. He showed he had a good chin. I was pleased for him. You know, it's all about trying to get the world title eventually. He come up short this time, but I think he'll learn from it, gain a lot of experience, and you know, we can try again maybe at a later date. I've known Anthony for a long time. We used to train together for a while, support each other all the time. We used to go to each other's fights all the time, etc. So it's good to see a guy who's coming from where you're coming from and someone you know very well be in these positions, because it shows that it's in touching range for yourself. And you know, and these are the opportunities what can come from boxing, and keep pushing on. So for me, I just got to be patient and wait for my time. But it was good that he's had the experience, and I think he'll come back.
Sticking with that world scene, Artur Beterbiev versus Alexander Gvozdyk was announced for unification bout. What are your thoughts on that bout? How do you see it playing out?
I don't know a lot about Alexander Gvozdyk. I know that he obviously beat Don Stevenson, which wasn't a mishap happened with that, so it's obviously it's not good, but he beat him, so he must be quite strong considering to what happened, and we know that Beterbiev, he's very strong, very powerful. We saw him box Callum Johnson. He took his shots well, stopped him in the end, but Callum Johnson did put up a good account of himself as well. He dropped him. So these guys at that world level, they're very seasoned, they're solid, they're strong opponents. So when you're stepping up to that level, you want to make sure you're seasoned and ready for them sort of fights. So I think that's a real good fight. I'm really interested, based on what I've heard about the other guy. I know how strong and tough Beterbiev is, so I think this is going to be probably his toughest test. So I'll be definitely tuning in to see the outcome and keep a close eye on my division.
And finally, also on Saturday night, we see Tyson Fury return to ring once again. He'll face Kovalev-Yarde. Your thoughts on that bout, Craig?
We don't know really a lot about Otto. I don't really know a lot about him at all. Obviously, we know Tyson Fury very well. It'll be a good fight for Tyson Fury, just to, you know, try out what he's been working and training, and you know, another step moving forward to a big fight for him in the future.
Well, Craig Richards, I appreciate your time. Thanks for speaking to myself on Boxing Social.
Thank you very much.